There are 24 land destruction spells on Magic Arena, and today we're playing all of them. Alright, so here is our deck featuring literally every single land destruction spell that exists on Magic Arena. We have a ton of spell-based land destruction. Sadly, most of it costs at least 4 mana because we're playing on Arena, but some of it has upsides like Casualties of War can blow up a bunch of stuff, Star of Extinction, a Sweeper that blows up a land. We have some creatures that blow up lands, Goblin Runebuster, Acidic Slime, Ravager Worm, technically land destruction, although it only blows up lands that have an activated ability that isn't a mana ability, so we'll see how often it can actually blow up a land. Then we have a few cards that can blow up multiple lands. Fall of Thran blows up all the lands but then gives some back. Haphazard Bombardment can name 4 lands and randomly blow some up on our end step. Sundering Titan can blow up to 5 lands when it enters the battlefield and when it leaves play. And then we have some land destruction that is honestly kind of sketchy because it replaces itself with a land. If our goal is to blow up our opponent's land, we don't really want to Cleansing Wildfire and blow up a land and then just give you a basic land, but technically it is land destruction. Plus we have even Mind Sensor, so we have Mind Sensor to keep our opponent from searching their entire library. Then all of a sudden Cleansing Wildfire, Geomancer's Gambit, Dire Strain Rampage, Assassin Trophy turns into real land destruction. And then of course, to actually maximize our land destruction power, we got a bunch of ways to copy our spells. You probably noticed most of our land destruction is spell-based, so Galvanic Iteration, if we have a land destruction spell in hand, is technically 2 mana land destruction. It's Sinkhole on Magic Arena because we can just copy our land destruction spell. Same for Expansion or Double Vision, just copies a land destruction spell each turn, or Chandra Hope's Beacon. As far as finishing the game, we got a land destruction spell for that too in Waking the Trolls. Waking the Trolls comes into play, blows up a land. The next turn we reanimate a land, and then finally we choose our opponent, and we get to make 4/4s equal to the difference between the amount of lands they control and the lands we control. So in theory, if we can be blowing up 1 or 2 lands each turn, this is just going to make a ridiculously huge board full of trolls and let us kill our opponent in 1 attack. So what commander do we have to lead this deck? And honestly, this was the hardest part of building this deck. There's not a 5-color land destruction commander. Watsy, get on that. We need a 5-color land destruction commander, please. Imagine a 5-color legend that's like ETB blow up land or something. Oh my god, that would be so sweet. So we have Niv Mizzet Supreme, which I think is the best option. It lets us jumpstart, which is kind of like flashing back, our multicolor instants and sorceries if they're exactly 2 colors, which means we can flash back some of our land destruction, we can flash back some of our spell copying stuff, so kind of helpful there. Plus it can flash back our utility spells. And that is all the land destruction on Magic Arena. That's our deck. Let's jump into some games and see what happens if you play every single land destruction spell that exists on Magic Arena. Can we actually win with this deck? Are we just gonna literally do some trolling? Let's find out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Enjoy the games, and I will talk to you soon. Need some Magic cards? Well, you can snag them from our sponsor, Card Kingdom, over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. All right. Let's blow up some lands, and oh god, opponent's on Etali. All right. This should be interesting. This doesn't look super sketchy, but I think we can actually keep it because of Lauren Revealed. We can like tap land, island cycle, and that gets us to our ramp, so that should be fine. Let's see. And plus, our opponent, like, they're playing Etali. Their deck shouldn't be that fast. The fastest thing, Oliphant, eh? Opponent also on the land cycling plane, Oliphant. All right, grabs a Stomping Grounds. Well, let's do some cycling, and I think, so we need red, green, and we gotta get an island, so, yeah, Katir Triumph. I mean, this isn't bad. So next turn we can spring, and that gets us to maybe land destruction. We'll see. If we don't draw land, we might have to do something else. Well, let's spring. Awkwardly, we got to grab a mountain here. We would like to start fixing our mana, but we really need double red, I think. One thing to note about this deck is we're not really, we're not really in the business of trying to get down Niv very quickly. Well, that's a big score. Well, I think we just have to draw cards. We would like to blow up a land. If our opponent had not played Gwenna, then blowing up a land would be really good. But now I think we have to... Wow, are we going to have to discard our land destruction? We got to draw cards into our land drops. We could discard Chandra, but we probably need that for removal next turn. All right, well, that worked. At least we had a land. And we don't have a lot of mana for next turn. Opponent still one short. Ooh, Invasion is in the car. Technically one short of Etali at the moment. Although this invasion means they're pretty close. Wow, we're about to get Etalied. We about to get Etalied. Opponent. Gonna get in, hit it to 1, sure. Ooh, Sundering Titan, 1, 2. Oh, 1 short. What do we do now? I mean, we kill Gwenna, but they can still play the land. I mean, I think Chandra's our best bet. Basically gonna have to let our opponent Etali here though, which is not good. Well, hopefully it's not the end of the world. We'll see. Maybe it's a bad Etali. Not every Etali is a good Etali. About it. Etali. Spin it to win it. At least Etali can't spin into lands. When do they hit? Oh no. Oh no, that's the nightmare. Opponent hits haphazard bombardment and ramp. So now our opponent's the land destruction deck. That's not good. That's not good at all. Well, we really wanted to be playing that haphazard bombardment. So, I mean, I guess it's Chandra and 3 lands. Although, as long as Chandra lives, we can double unexpected windfall and make a bunch of treasures and kill the Etali if we need to. So I guess, come on, not Chandra. Losing a land does hurt. We know this is what we're trying. Is this what it feels like when we do this to our opponent? Is this what it feels like? Why would anyone ever do this to someone? Well, I guess we take up Chandra for mana, and then we can double unexpected windfall. I don't even know. What do we discard? Yeah, I guess Rune Blaster. Wow, we were just discarding on the land destruction. Maybe Sundering Titan. I don't think we can afford to play Sundering Titan and blow up our island anyway. All right, well, we double it up. We get twice the treasures. We play a tap land. This actually works pretty well because we can bedevil at instant speed. And we found a Casualties of War, which will be really good next turn if Chandra's alive. Even if Chandra's not alive, it's still good. But if Chandra's alive, oh boy, we get rid of the bombardment and the everything. We just absolutely wreck our opponent. Well, let's see what our opponent does. In our dream world, our opponent gets greedy and tries to flip Etali. Mines of Moria, eh? Well, we can blow that up. In our dream world, they just try to flip Etali and kill us, and then we double Bedevil in response and kind of time walk our opponent. Wow. Wow, they're going for it. Okay, this works out amazingly well. Well, Bedevil the Etali, Bedevil the Topiary Stomper. Did have to spend a couple treasures, but better than death. All right, can we keep our Chandra one more turn, opponent? How about that? How about letting us keep our Chandra so we can double Tectonic Rift? Spin it to win it? Oh, all right, Chandra down. Yeah, Haphazard Bombardment's a sweet card. It's sweeter when we're casting it, but 1, 2, 3, 4. We have enough mana. So Etali's 9. I guess we can, if we double vision, spend all of our treasures on Tectonic Rift, that does keep our opponent from playing Etali. Losing all of our treasures does hurt, but I think it's worth it. You gotta blow up the rare utility lands just to get that psychological damage. We're gonna blow up this Drannith Ruins, even though I have no idea why it's in our opponent's deck, but out of here. Spent a Wear Ryle card on that, did ya? Not anymore. Okay, so we have chill with the ramp. Chill with the ramp. We've almost caught our opponent in land destruction. They're gonna haphazard bombardment us, so we would have blown up 2 lands, they would have blown up 2 lands. Vorinclex. Gonna flip that. Hilariously, the backside of Invasion of Zendikar, that one throwaway line of text, this is still a land, is actually gonna matter here. Or this is a land, whatever it says, this is actually gonna matter. Because it means we can spreading rot it. I don't know if I've ever seen that line of text actually be relevant before, but here it's actually a meaningful downside because we're playing every land destruction spell. Can we keep them off Etali again? I think so. I mean, if we can just keep blowing up 2 lands every turn, how you gonna Etali if you ain't got no lands? So we can blow up Awakened Skyclave, copy it with double visions, blow up a Rockfall Veil. Gotta hit the rares. Opponent is untapping with a Vorinclex. Sadly, our mana is awkward here. This haphazard bombardment eating away our lands has been annoying. The Celestis. We're like very short on green mana for Casualties of War. Double Casualties of War would be awesome. Oh, badly get recovery. Well, okay, I think we have to try to set up for... We have to try to set up to double casualties next turn. So if we take a black source, and then we can play Balagad Recovery. Yeah, let's Eureka Moment. Double Trouble, draw some cards. Can we hit another land? Okay, oh my god, that's Mizzix Mastery. Okay. Mizzix Mastery, I think, can do some explosive things, maybe. Let's see what our opponent's got. I think we are getting... Oh, I thought we were... Oh, I was gonna say Etali, not Emerald. Oh no. Oh, we could have done the Mizzix Mastery thing and it would have been so cool. Are they gonna blow up our lands? We're playing literally every land destruction spell on Arena. Our opponent is playing literally no land destruction spells, period, I'm pretty sure. How have they blown up more lands than we have? I mean, I guess that's the power of stealing your opponent's cards. I mean, it's gotta be pretty tempting just to like, yeah, looks like they're going for it. So yeah, they're gonna double up that rubble reading. Are we dead? Is there any way we get out from under this? The only good news is we only got 2 mana left. So I don't think our opponent can do anything else. 2 colored mana away from casualties, a red mana short. Oh, yeah, I guess I can just cast the Bedeck just to get it out of our hand. Ruinous Ultimatum, never casting that. So we can double Mizzix Mastery. Unfortunately, Emrakul has protection from instants. Oh wait, can we still casualties? Just only once? Mizzix Mastery, like the Unexpected Windfalls? Mizzix Mastery, Unexpected Windfalls. Draw a bunch of cards, make a bunch of treasures. We have to kill the Emrakul or we're dead. We're just straight up literally dead. Yeah, I mean, I think big score Unexpected Windfalls as good as they... Oh, overloading this was gonna be so sweet. Emrakul. Well, okay. Draw a couple cards, make a couple treasures, do it again, discard Rune Blaster, draw a couple cards, make a couple treasures. Ooh, Hour of Revelation. Opponent still gets to hit Tally though, don't they? Well, I mean, so we lose our double vision? Yeah, well, we're gonna One Ring. I mean, I guess with the One Ring, we don't have to Hour of Revelation right now. And honestly, we can't, because if we sack the treasures, the cost is going to go up. But we can't die this turn because we have the One Ring. We can start drawing cards. And then next turn, we should be able to deal with our opponent's board. Skitterbeam Battalion, sure. So this is going to draw our opponent a ton of cards with this tribute. I don't really want to blow up our double vision, but we probably don't have a choice at this point. Well, we would be super dead to Eldrazi if we didn't have the One Ring to save us. Sadly, Vorinclex means we can't draw with our One Ring. We won't get any burden counters, so nothing happens. We do get the protection though. Vorinclex can't stop that. Well, opponent smacks us a bunch. I love how slow the One Ring makes these attacks. They really rub it in, like you shouldn't have done that. Protection. All right, well, we untap. We draw a Breeding Pool. Somehow we're still pretty color screwed. So we have to Wrath. Because of this Skitter Beam, I don't feel safe double Casualty of Warring. I think we just Wrath. If we double Casualty, we can blow up a lot. If it wasn't for this double vision, Hour of Revelation would be a super easy choice. So we get Hour of Revelation, blow up everything. We keep our One Ring, and then we have enough mana that we can play Primeval Titan and start fixing our mana, so maybe someday we can cast the rest of our hand. All right, Hour of Revelation. Double it up for no value. Draw a card. Somehow our colors are so bad. I mean, the somehow is because our opponent's blown up a lot of our lands. I'm very jealous of the amount of lands our opponent's blown up, but they're using our cards, I will point out. You know what I should have put in this deck is... The World Tree actually is pretty good with Primeval Titan. Probably should be playing a World Tree. This game in specific is making the World Tree look really good because we have a lot of mana. The mana is just not letting us cast most of our spells. All right, well, that's a Primeval Titan, and we got a One Ring going. I mean, maybe we're good. Is it Etali time? Oh, Etali, how bad is it this time? Spins into Reckoner Bankbuster and Vanishing Verse on our Primeval. Etali's kind of busted, isn't it? That card is pretty busted. This was kind of a not a great Etali either, but even not a great Etali, Primeval Titan's dead, opponent gets card draw, and we have to keep killing it, because if we ever get hit by it, we're gonna die. A One Ring, down to 10. Well, let's draw some cards. If we're gonna die to the One Ring, we're kind of fine with that. That is some land destruction. Well, Casualty to War is finally gonna be good. We can get rid of Etali Bankbuster and, I guess, Plaza? I mean, if we can keep blowing up lands, in Etali, eventually your opponent's just not going to be able to recast it, hopefully. How you feel about those lands over there? How you like that Shire? That shiny new rare land. Bet you don't like it as much now, do you? Oh, that Mizzix Mastery. Now I'm like spitefully blowing up lands because I really wanted to cast that Mizzix Mastery before they emerald us. Oh god. Well, Alphabet Caretaker, how far away are we from casting a Ruinous Ultimatum? Probably pretty far. Down to 8. Yeah, definitely can't cast that. Maybe the time has come to Niv. Niv blocking keeps us alive, right? Ooh, Ring Sight. That makes Niv a lot better because we can tutor up something. That might be our best bet now. Eventually Niv lets us flashback casualties, which would be sweet if we can live that long, which is definitely up for debate here. Caretaker's annoying. I mean, so the other thing we got to keep in mind is eventually we are going to have to answer our One Ring or we're going to die to our One Ring. Yeah, I mean, I think we just Niv. All right, now what? These colors are so janky. We have to Ghost Quarter ourselves to fix our mana. This is not what we want to be doing. All right, Ghost Quarter ourselves because we need another green source. This gives us the mana to Casualty. Casualty, gonna blow up Goblin Saga land. I mean, we have successfully blown up all of our opponent's non-basic lands, so score. Unfortunately, are we gonna have to chump? Probably. Opponent, Arcane Signet. Ancient Copper Dragon. Wait a minute. They put the counters on the Copper Dragon and passed? Oh, that's okay. We're alive. Draw a bunch of cards. I mean, we're definitely dead next turn. We do have a graveyard full of goodies, though. I think we gotta... Oh, this hurts. I think we have to Ring Sight. We have to Ring Sight for Farewell, because we have to get rid of our own One Ring. I don't know if we have another way of doing it. We can't win this turn. We definitely die next turn. Yeah, Ring Sight seems really good with Niv, because then we can flash it back, too. So we get a Farewell. This gets rid of the One Ring, and the Caretaker, and this Dragon. Unfortunately, we do lose our Niv. Well, we might as well hit our opponent. They can't block because Niv is our ring bearer. Hit you down to 9. 1, 2, 3. So we can Ring Sight again. Doing this pre-combat, I guess, might have been better because we could loot, but whatever. So Ring Sight again, tutor again. I have no idea what we're taking now. We probably need to get some land destruction. Maybe Star of Extinction. Star of Extinction's land destruction, and it means we don't die if our opponent plays a creature. Untapped. Down to 3. Farewell. Exile, exile, and exile. That's one way to get rid of the One Ring. Niv, back to the command zone. I guess Geomancer's Gambit. I do feel like we've discarded a lot of land destruction. We have seen a lot of land destruction in this game. Many lands, oh god, Settle the Wilds. And they get to Seek? Wait, they actually have something to Seek? Ranger class. Okay. Can we win? Can we actually just win here? I think we, oh my goodness. I think we actually just win with Explosion. We have exactly 9 Are we gonna win this game? We got Evercold and nived a million times. We have literally no business winning that. What a game. That was one of the coolest games I've played in a while. That Evercold from our opponent, Etali's, our opponent stealing most of our land destruction, and in the end, somehow we janked him out. A lot of lands got blown up. Unfortunately, many of those were our lands, but we got there in the end. Felon A. That's a little scary. Opponent is probably aggro. Sand has a lot of land destruction. 1, 2, 3, 4 land destruction spells. I think we have to mulligan it though, because there's no way we don't just die to Felon there. This at least, so we have land destruction, but we have removal, which is gonna be key. We gotta be able to like kill the humans or else Felon's just gonna get us. Yeah, let's Jetmir's Garden go. Still very scared of our opponent's deck. Yeah, let's play Triumph go. Opponent. Wedding announcement. All right. Well, One Ring could keep us alive at some point. Let's play the tap land. Pass the turn. So we can bedeck something if we need to. If we can keep the board clean, then Felon doesn't do moves or Chronic Destiny. Yeah, that's, I think, good enough to make us kill this token in response. Get rid of that. Opponent makes another token. Well, we're gonna spend some life and start drawing some cards. So we're not taking it, we're at 23, we got a One Ring. As long as we can just draw into some lands, we're gonna be good. Opponent land, and ETBs gain control of wow, they can steal the One Ring? Wait, is this card good? That actually just steals the One Ring? Well, we can tap to draw a card. So it steals an artifact or creature until the end of the next turn. Oh, we really needed that card draw. You know how we feel about you stealing our One Ring, opponent? Boom. Blow up your lore hold command. Take that. Well, I mean, opponent's gonna get to draw 2, but at least we get back our One Ring, and we're not dead yet. Specialize. What does this do? Sacrifice. Did that just steal and sack the One Ring? After this, and you get an extra combat step? We're super dead. Wait, Will's like absurd. No, that's 4 mana 4/4 ETB steal the One Ring, and then the next turn flip it into a 6/6, get an extra combat step, and sacrifice the One Ring? That is some absurd tech. I am blown away. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm so impressed by that play. You can actually kill us. We're not even gonna concede. You actually get to put our life total to 0, opponent. Yeah, Will actually seems absurd if everyone's playing the One Ring. Steal it and sack it and get value out of it. Yeah, do it, opponent. Give us the biggest attack possible with your humans. Yeah, I think we're a little dead. Apparently Will's a good card. How many lands can we blow up against? Ooh, the Scarab God. Well, this hand looks fine. No ramp, but we got a lot of land destruction, and we got ways to copy it. We have our Arena Stone Rain and Galvanic Iteration. We could use some ramp though. Well, tap land go. Let's see. So Scarab God could just be a control deck. Oh, great. Well, that makes sense. Scarab God does like a full graveyard. Stitcher Supplier. Ooh, technically Dire Strain Rampage is ramp. Also land destruction. Win-win. Ah, Castle Aquin, eh? Patient 0. Oh, all right, so apparently our opponent's like zombie tribal Scarab God. Well, I guess we get our ramp on. We have 2 4-mana land destruction spells, which we would like to start casting. How do we do this mana-wise? We also want to try to get the mana for casualties. Yeah, let's blow up Salundi Vision, a island, and also a plains. Yeah, casualties is just gonna be a pipe dream for the time being. Bonnet Island and oh, Lord. All right, that's a clock. Can we land destruction our way past? Oh, Fall the Thran. Okay, that's gonna be something for later in the game. Well, Blood Crypt, untapped. I think we have to just play Niv to have a blocker. We just need to not literally die to these zombie beads. If we draw untap land for next turn, we can Galvanic Iteration, demolish or something. We do need to keep this Scarab God from coming down. Strategic planning. Scarab God, even if our opponent doesn't reanimate, just the drain mode is going to be very scary here. Opponent, yep, mills some lands. Might want to take one of those, opponent. Patient 0? I don't know about this attack. Pretty aggressive. Do we have shenanigans? Malakari Birth. All right. I can respect a good MDFC. All right, sure. Yeah, so Patient 0 comes back. The damage stays on Niv. Ooh, we draw our land, though. All right, opponent, are you ready for our combo? Are you ready, zombies, for the mighty combo of our deck? So, Galvanic Iteration. Oh no, what will they cast? Scary spell, doubling it up. Demolish. Hit your island. Demolish. Hit your island. we build this sinkhole. This might be the first time anyone has Galvanic Iteration to demolish. I think there's probably a decent chance. Opponent, untap land. Wow, if we draw another untap land, we can do it again the next turn. Opponent's gonna go attacking. We're gonna trade with the Lord. We are kind of dying. That is a concern. Death is coming. Blowing up lands does not keep us from dying. Oh, yeah, we got a Niv, don't we? I would like to double land destruction, but they can't Scarab God this turn anyway. So play the blocker, run it back, Galvanic Iteration. Oh, opponent. Tainted adversary, sure. They can loot with their zombie. Yeah, the 7-drop's not happening in this matchup. Gets him a Stitcher Supplier. Well, we will block. So apparently our opponent just wants to mill. That's fine. Well, opponent, Casualties of War would be good. If we play, this is tough. So we can play the Cold Steel Heart or Dire Strain Rampage. That'll set us up to double casualties next turn. Do we survive this turn? We should, right? Is this just a setup turn? I think it is. So we Dire Strain and Cold Steel Heart. Trust that Niv keeps us alive. So I think we actually just flash this back so we don't have to discard a card. Blow up the Field of Ruin. Green and black for casualties purposes. And then run out the Cold Steel Heart. So we could have just blown up 2 lands this turn. If our opponent was to the point where they could play Scarab God, I think we would have. But since they can't Scarab God this turn anyway, hopefully we don't die. Like, next turn's gonna be sweet if we don't die. Bantu's oh my god. Oh, opponent. Oh no. Oh, I think we actually just block. We don't actually care about this Niv. Oh no. Oh, this is so mean. Oh boy. Well, opponent. Do we have a combo for you? This is even better than the first one. Galvanic Iteration, double trouble, and couple casualties. I say we go Artifact, Creature, and Land. Bantu's Monument, random zombie, land, and then wow, we actually would. Whoa, we would have got a flawless victory. Wow. Literally, I don't know if our deck can do better than that. Mic drop, it's over. That's how you blow up lands on Arena. It all came together. Mulligan this hand that speaking of no lands, we're the one with no lands. Yeah, let's take our freebie. Ooh, all right. Well, that's a lot of land destruction. Should we be able to cast it? Opponent leads on a forest. Cleansing Wildfire. Well, Cleansing Wildfire, without even Mind Sensor, isn't real land destruction most of the time, but it does draw us a card, which is relevant. Island for our opponent, and Arcane Signet. All right, Memorial in the War. Play the tap land. Cleansing Wildfire is not going to really do anything here anyway. Do they just get to play Aragorn? We might get punished for that Aragorn joke, and deservedly so. That was pretty bad. All right, opponent, what do you got? What do you got? Oh, Lotus Cobra. Oh, into Plains. Okay, well, at least our opponent did not play Aragorn. Skrelv. Well, our plan is actually, we actually have a pretty good shot here. Swiftfoot Boots. We just gotta hit our lands. All right, more 4-mana land destruction. Cleansing Wildfire, draw a card. Blow up really does not matter. So we have a plan. Like, all we gotta do is hit our lands, land in a Migration Path, into 2 more lands, Starve Extinction, blow up a land, wrath your board, we're good. That's as simple as that. Samson's Trophy, okay. Well, I mean, I guess the question is, do we draw lands? If we don't draw lands, we're gonna die with a bunch of 4-mana Stone Rains in hand and ramp into Acidic Slime. Opponent, Teferi. Well, you know what dies to Starve Extinction? Also Teferi. I'm glad our opponents, I guess they really want to get the Swiftfoot boots on the Aragorn. Primeval Titan. Okay, well, let's cycle the migration path. So many 4-drops. So many 4-drops. We've drawn more 4-drops than lands, which is not going to lead to a successful game of Magic. Oh, opponent. Hard to blow up your opponent's lands when you don't have any. I take it back, Aragorn. You're the best. Opponent. Swiftfoot boots, sure. And now we're just super dead. Opponent. I mean, if we draw land, so we take 7. If we draw land, are we still in it? Oh my God, another 4-drop. All right, fair enough. GG. Who's next to get their lands blown up? Arwen, eh? All right. Ooh. This hand has ramp. Okay, this is much better. Last game against Aragorn, our issue was we did not hit our lands, although it is awkward. We don't have any green mana or black mana. Okay, as I look closer at this hand, now I'm a little scared. We have lands and ramp, but technically we cannot cast any spells at the moment, like literally none. Do we have to mulligan this? We're gonna try it, right? If we get, all right, we'll mulligan. Well, okay, this ramps into a land destruction spell. That's sweet. Yeah, this mana base is sketchy. Good old 5-color mana. Well, Mountain Go, opponent. Call me Garden. Oh boy. Oh boy. Aggro on the play. Well, this is scary. At least we got a Guardian Idol, so we're not all the way dead yet. And now we have 2 4-mana land destruction spells, so good luck casting things that cost more than 3 mana, opponent. What do you got? Oh boy, that's a clock. All right, well, opponent hits us for 2. Yeah, this Machias with the Conclave Mentor is scary. That's gonna put 2 counters on everything every time it taps. Well, I mean, we're definitely blowing up a land. I think we blow up the Temple Garden. Gotta get the rare. Gotta get the rare for the psychological damage. Ooh, we definitely want the big score. Do we want the Escape? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think so. Wow, this is gonna be super close. So I think our goal, opponent has a Scavenging Ooze. Are they missing land drops? Okay, their team becomes huge. We get smacked down to 17. Oh, they did miss a land drop. Ooh, so we have to get to a sweeper. We have to. That's our only chance. So we pass. Are we dead right now? This is going to be so close. So they tap this 6, 12, 13, 14, 6. We go to 1. We go to 1, but then we can big score to make treasures to cast a sweeper. And I think we go to 1 and then win. Hopefully. We will discard the land destruction for now. We draw a Demolish. I mean, we have so much land destruction in the deck, we're always gonna draw more. All right, well, 1 point of life, but that is not dead. There's no way we're ever gonna cast Ruinous Ultimatum here. I guess we just have to play the tap land, and then, I mean, if we don't sweep, we die. We still could die. Our Revelation, we can't really do anything else. Might as well leave up our mana. Not that we can actually use it, but it is technically correct, the best kind. Well, blow them all up, opponent gains some life past the turn. Now our opponent needs to draw lands, though. That one land is... Sometimes if you're... wow, and they scoop it up! That time it only took 1 land destruction spell. That was all we needed, and our opponent just couldn't play Magic. Well, they almost got us, but not quite. It is time for some more land destruction. Oh, Amara. Selesnya's Revenge. After the beatdown we gave our opponent last round, Selesnya's back. This hand's pretty good, other than our colors. I mean, so we have Expressive Iteration, so once we get to turn 3, we should be fine. Esper Sentinel's annoying. Yeah, I think we gotta pass. I don't think it's worth wasting our Expressive Iteration here for minimal value. Is it Amara time? It might be Amara time. Llanowar Elves. Well, I mean, we're probably not really gonna have a choice but to play into this Esper Sentinel. We gotta get our Expressive Iteration value because we need to hit our land drop. So, opponent, yes, you get to draw a card. Yeah, Demolition Field hand, Rune Blaster. Not today, bud. And take the swamp, play the swamp. The Sentinel's kind of wrecking us, but we can start doing things next turn. It might be big score. We're probably Mara, and they can tap it to make a token. Yeah, I mean, we're probably at the try to find a Wrath stage. Oh boy, okay. Valiant Veteran. Well, we are definitely at the try to find a Wrath stage, and there's no way we're playing around this Esper Sentinel anymore, so I guess enjoy your cards, opponent. Wumba Tumba. Play the Plains past the turn. Alright, Wumba Tumba. Mentor of the Meek. That's kind of this is a nice start for Amara. We can tap the Mar to make a token and then draw a card. So we get to big score, discard whatever, and we're essentially just hoping to hit some sort of Wrath. We don't even really care which one. We need to hit one of them, or else we are definitely dying to this beatdown. All right, big score. We will pitch probably the Demolish at this point. I feel bad pitching Land Destruction, but this is not the world for Land Destruction. Yeah, let's just pitch the Demolish. Opponent gets to draw a card. Esper Sentinel's such a strong card. Oh boy. Spreading Rotten Forest. Neither one of those are Wraths. Do we live another turn? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We don't. We definitely are taking lethal next turn, so we can't just blow up a land. We could like Assassin's Trophy the Lord, but that's not even good because then they put counters on things. So this is like Soldier Tribal Amara. Well, I guess we just run out Niv and try to block, and then we get one more draw step to find a Wrath, and we can potentially Expressive Iteration to dig for the Wrath. Well, I mean, I guess that's it. Opponent gets to have their fun, do their thing, and we will see if we can draw into a sweeper. All right, opponent taps Amara, makes mana. Combo. All right, Lunarch Veteran, that's fine. If they have some sort of like pump spell, or I guess they can't do it anymore. If they could have killed the Niv, then I think we just die right now. Ooh, Huatley. Ooh, okay. Getting Hua in here. Opponent. I mean, I guess so if they ticked down, we would have had to chump whatever they targeted, but we still wouldn't be dead. All right. Well, this is it. This is it. Wrath or bust. Valakut Awakening. Oh, Valakut Awakening can dig pretty deep. We do have several Wraths in the deck. I think since we drew this Valakut Awakening, I think we just Valakut Awakening, put literally our entire hand, every single card to the bottom. Opponent, of course, will draw a card. Sure. Well, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll draw 8 cards. Are any of those cards a sweeper? No. I guess we gotta... So we still have one out. We can assemble the team and hit Hour of Revelation. Unfortunately, assemble the team is like the worst tutor ever, but it does work with Niv, because we only get to search the top third of our deck, and it looks like Hour of Revelation is not in the top third. All right. Land Destruction time, and this should be interesting. So Windgrace gets lands back from the graveyard. That is very awkward. I guess we do have Scavenger Grounds, which might be a good thing. Yeah, this might be like the most awkward matchup for Land Destruction, since our opponent's commander kind of hoses our entire primary game plan. Well, I mean, we get to get our ramp on. That's good. Once upon a time. Nice. Well done, opponent. Get that free value. Are we? We probably have to cycle, right? We have 2 colorless lands, which is not great. We can turn Field of Ruin into colored mana at some point, but all right, cycle Lorn revealed. Grab a, oh god. How about a Rafine's Tower? Now I kind of wish we had green mana. Play Rafine's Tower and then Field of Ruin to get the green mana, I guess. Not exciting, but reasonable. I don't think our Land Destruction, well, maybe. I was gonna say, I don't think it's gonna be fast enough to stop Windgrace. Ugh, Fable. That's gonna make it worse. That treasure token. Fable is so good. Apparently, I didn't realize this till recently, but apparently Fable the Mirror Breaker has won every Pro Tour this year in I believe, 3 different formats. Standard, Pioneer, and Modern. Every time there's a Pro Tour, Fable wins it. Well, blow up the dual land. Yeah, so the problem is we can Acidic Slime blow up probably a land, although maybe it's Fable. But we blow up something. The problem is our opponent can chump attack, make a treasure, and play Windgrace and get back a land anyway. That's going to be the Windgrace problem. Well, we're grabbing a Forest full show. We'll Galvanic Iteration. Eventually that'll be sweet. Yeah, Scavenger Grounds and Acidic Slime. If it wasn't for the Fable, we'd be in a really nice position here, but I mean, this is gonna make a treasure either way. I guess we just blow up a land. I don't know if it even matters which one we blow up. Yeah, let's blow up the green mana. Like I said, I don't think any of this especially matters since our opponent gets to get down Windgrace. We are kind of getting towards Sundering Titan, although at the moment it's gonna hurt us as much as it hurts our opponent. It's gonna be an interesting game. All right, opponent, pitches a couple cards. What are the chances we want to run into Windgrace? Just the natural foil to our deck. We do have to kill this goblin. We can't let it keep making treasures. So opponent can cash in the treasure, Windgrace back a land, boo. And then I guess we see what we draw. Right now we're not doing a ton next turn, honestly. I wonder if it's worth Demolition Field. I wonder if at some point it's worth using Scavenger Grounds. At the same time, we don't really want to go down a land. And if you're a Windgrace deck, you're built to get lands in the graveyard. So it seems like a temporary solution to a permanent problem. Yeah, let's assemble the team. Gotta say, this card has mostly disappointed me. I don't think Assemble the Team, it has not been that good. Like, it's good because it works with Niv, but maybe we just take, I don't know. We can take Primetime and Ramp. We can take some land destruction, although a little sketchy with Ringgrease out. Didn't hit a Star of Extinction. Primeval Titan's good. Could see an argument for maybe Mizzix Mastery. Yeah, let's just take Primeval Titan. Primeval Titan ramp into Sundering Titan seems good. Titan Tribal. Titan Tribal over here. Opponent. Gonna flip the Fable. I mean, the one nice thing about Assemble the Team is it is a tutor that works with Niv. So at some point we can Niv, which Primeval Titan will help with help us get Niv mana too. So at some point we'll be able to Niv, flashback the Assemble Team, try again to find something. That is one of the sweet things about this deck. Both of our tutors, we also have the ring, whatever, the Lord of the Rings Dimir one, but both of our tutors work with Niv. Opponent's gonna mill us. Well, that might not be the worst. At some point, we would like to Mizzix Mastery. Opponent gets in with Ringgrace, gets back a land. Yeah, Windgrace is really good at undoing our land destruction work. Opponent hits us down to 20. Well, okay. Let's use the Demolition Field, fix our mana, blow up. I don't think it really matters. I guess we want to blow up stuff that doesn't have a basic land type because of Sundering Titan, so we want our opponent to like keep the Triome until after we Sundering Titan. Opponent, would you like to get a land? Snags a mountain. Well, we will grab a Plains. Might need to Wrath in the future. All right, more Triomes. Well, we're slamming Primetime. Slam the Primetime, snag a couple of Triomes, I guess. Our opponent has enough land types that the Sundering Titan should be fine either way. I do regret not playing World Tree. That is the one card that I regret not putting in this deck, because we've drawn Primeval Titan several times, and it would be such a good tutor target. I think we could afford to have a land that comes into play tapped and only makes green, just as a Primeval Titan late game plan. Well, grab a couple lands, play the Triome. Well, next turn the Sundering Titan can blow up a lot of lands. We'll see what our opponent does. This is rough. Realmbreaker plus Soul of Windgrace. Oh, all right, there goes our Primetime. Realmbreaker plus Soul of Windgrace is just so much land recursion. Roiling Regrowth, sacks a land, get 2 more lands. So I think next turn we're gonna Sundering Titan, blow up 4 lands, and I don't even know how impactful that is at this point. Normally, blow up 4 your lands is like GG, but our opponent's still gonna have the Windgrace. They're still just like gonna have the Realmbreaker. All right, opponent hits us to 13. Well, Shatter Skull Smashing. Hard to pass up the Sundering Titan. Niv can get Assemble the Team or Assassin's Trophy. Yeah, I mean, we got 8 mana. We blow up 4 of our opponent's lands, we lose a basic Plains. That seems worth it. There could be an argument for killing the Windgrace first, although they're just going to recast it anyway and get the ETB. They have so much mana. I mean, how do you pass up? How do you pass up the Sundering Titan when you actually get a chance to cast it? It is like maybe the best land destruction spell in our deck. It's so good it's banned in actual commander. Like, you can't have Sundering Titan doing Sundering Titan things. Too mean. Just take someone out. Unless they're playing Windgrace, then it's not actually that bad. So we get to blow up the Triome. So that's an island, mountain, and a swamp, and a forest, and then we lose a plains. Well, okay, so we blew up 4 of our opponent's lands, 1 of ours, and our opponent still has almost as many lands as us. At least the Sundering Titan can block the Windgrace, so our opponent can't just keep attacking with it. Ooh, Phalix, okay. All right. Phalix is kind of scary. Now we're gonna need a actual Wrath, I guess. Well, I think we probably get down Niv finally. Get down Niv Tutor? We kind of got to get rid of this Phalith. Maybe actually we have to just double. Yeah, I think we die if we Niv. So let's Galvanic Iteration. Galvanic Iteration. Yeah, if our opponent plays a land or two, they have Windgrace, they have Realm Breaker, they're just going to kill us with plants. So I think we have to triple Hagramolig, MDFC power. I mean, speaking of lands, this is a land that is doing this. Like, this is a land that is taking out all of our opponent's biggest, baddest threats. That is the power of MDFCs. And we're at 13. I still feel like we can't really attack. So we will pass. I mean, next turn we can get down there. Yep. Solo Windgrace is back. It's one of those commanders that kind of cheats the command tax a bit because of its ramp. Definitely niving. Don't have anything else we can really do. The question is, what are we hoping to find? I guess we're probably going to need a sweeper again. All we can flash back is Assassin's Trophy Assemble. But we're not doing anything else, so play the Niv. Assemble the team. Can you actually find us a card we want this time? Almost Tutor. Well, that's a Mizzix Mastery. We could take like a Farewell. Waking the Trolls is super sketchy against Niv. So this is like not a amazing Mizzix Mastery. We really want the Mizzix Mastery with like all the land destruction spells in the graveyard, but it's still probably better than anything else. Well, pass the turn. So next turn we get some card draw, some removal. Let's see what our opponent can do this turn. I mean, a 7/10 is nice. The Sundering Titan may not have... Oh, another Etali. What does everyone just play Etali? Jeez, Arena players, y'all and your Etalis. Spins into Skyclave Pickaxe and Ravager Worm. Oh, and we have our one Scavenger. I believe Scavenger Grounds is the only land in our entire deck. Oh no, wait, actually, maybe Ravager Worm's better than I thought, because cycling is an ability that's not a mana ability, isn't it? It is an activated ability, yeah. So I guess I could get a Triome, but they're gonna have the Scavenger Grounds, which I guess is fine since we're never gonna use it anyway, apparently. Found it. Gets in, it's us. Just gonna chump attack with Windgrace to get a land back? Well, I mean, so I get to get a land. They grow the Windgrace, but Sundering Titan's still big enough to take it down. I mean, I guess they don't care because they just recast it in ramp again. So what does it really matter at this point if they lose it? All right, so Windgrace back to the command zone. Well, all right, Mizzix Mastery. It would be nice if we had a couple more spells in the graveyard. This is like the value Mizzix Mastery. I think it's still worth it, but it is not living the dream here for sure. So we get Hagra Mauling. Gotta kill the Etali or that's gonna flip and kill us. Assassin's Trophy. Opponent, would you like another land? Kill our Ravager Worm. Geomancer's Gambit. Blow up a land. And then Lauren revealed. I mean, I think this is still worth the 7-mana investment. We get to refill our hand. We get rid of the Etali and the Ravager Worm. Not a bad Mizzix Mastery. Not the dream, not the game ender, but I'm not gonna complain. Oh, there's a One Ring. Well, we're also not gonna complain about the One Ring because that card is busted. Opponent mills some land destruction, steals one of our lands. This is just like a hilarious hilariously bad matchup. We Sundering Titan 4 of our opponent's lands, and they're back ahead of us on mana again. Such is the power of Windgrace against land destruction. Well, at least we're not dying to Etali yet. Yeah, I feel like this Joy Disruption, as nice as it would be to get someone with it, it's never actually gonna hit anything. Opponent has too much mana. Nisa. Oh no. Oh, there goes. Wow, that milled Casualty onto Inversion and Hour of Revelation, 3 of our best removal spells and sweepers. Can they actually big score? They have enough lands they can just get back at Tally, can't they? All right, yeah. Nissa in a deck that can put extra lands into play actually seems kind of scary. Etali number 2. Can we survive it? I mean, maybe they don't. Maybe they turn a land into a 3/3. How about that, opponent? How about the turn a land into a 3/3 plan? Would you like to beat us down? Oh, you would rather have an Etali? Okay. Okay, that makes sense. What do we find with Etali? One of the downsides of playing every land destruction spell is apparently all the Historic Brawl players want to play Etali and steal your own cards. This is the second match we've played where our opponent's been blowing up our lands with our own spells. I mean, we have enough lands that that's not devastating, but still, it is annoying. Wow, I'm so glad they cast that out. If our opponent had held on to that, that would have killed us through this One Ring. Now what? So we can casualty from the graveyard. I mean, we probably have to casualty, right? So we casualty Etali, Nissa, Realmbreaker, land. It's not a bad casualty. Too bad we don't have some spell doubling here, but all right, so Realmbreaker down, Etali down. This mostly undoes the second Etali. Blow up the land, blow up the Nissa. We will discard a Savi Triume. And we can actually still just play the One Ring, which I think we will. Like, we can play the One Ring. This lets us actually attack with everything, and we get to start drawing cards. Our opponent, Sundering Titan, as big as it is, no evasion, so our opponent can't just chump it with the 0/1s. Well, all right, let's see the power of the ring. Is the ring stronger than Windgrace? Lotus Cobra, sure. Solo Windgrace. Let's make another land. It's land recursion, I swear. I swear, the worst possible matchup. Opponent, landfall. Sure. Make some manas. A Shaya, which is huge and supports even more landfall. All right, so now all of our opponent's non-token creatures are land. So they trigger Lotus Cobra, they trigger Skyclave. And opponent, that doesn't actually work, but okay. Well, we are pretty close to dead here. We're gonna need a sweeper. I think we can, wow, that's a lot of mana rocks. I think we can survive one more turn. That's not even a guarantee. We can chump the Shaya. Yeah, I mean, we should be able to survive. We are taking ring damage. Well, Grow Spiral, put a land into play. Play the mountain. Grow Spiral again? I mean, Niv doing some works. Beseiju. That is not an artifact or enchantment, unfortunately. I mean, opponent is out of cards. If we could somehow get rid of the Shaya, we'd be much better. I think we hold on to the Beseiju because there is a world where we need to blow up the Skyclave pickaxe. Bearby, shh. We're playing Magic, bud. All right, let's spring. Grab a plains. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can just run out all of our mana rocks and still leave up Beseiju. I think, so what we want to do is just put ourselves in a position where we have as much mana as possible next turn, because we're gonna need to desperately draw a bunch of cards to find a Wrath. I think odds are in favor of us surviving this turn. Odds are heavily against us surviving 2 turns. Opponent gonna go to equip the Skyclave pickaxe. If they put on the 0/1, we definitely have to kill it. But Windgrace, if we chump Windgrace and we chump a Shaya, yeah, I think we gotta kill it. Blow her up. All right, Cycles Barrenmore, sure. Well, that means our opponent doesn't have anything devastating in hand, just a random card. They do get another land. I am very disappointed how many lands our opponent ended up with. We have failed. We have failed at blowing up lands with literally every land destruction spell in the format. Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, it triggers Landfall, sure. Well, let's see how our opponent attacks. Kind of hoping they go conservative and don't want to lose their win grace. All right, just a Shia. Well, we'll block with Niv. All right, this is it. So we get to draw with the Ring. We get to draw with Spring to Mind. We gotta hit a sweeper. We gotta hit a sweeper. This turn or we're 100% dead. We dropped to 8. That is not a sweeper. 1 ring, draw 3. Land Destruction, Fabled Passage, also not a sweeper. We do have a lot of mana, but none of this deals with our problem. I'll play the land, crack the land to thin the deck, so we can mine. Good old 6 mana draw 2, but Rune Blaster is not gonna get it done here. We can also crack the Mind Stone. We can do that first, I guess. Yeah, let's crack the Mind Stone. Into Expressive Iteration. Okay, we're piecing it together. 3 cards deeper. We can't kill our opponent, right? No, boy, they have a lot of life. Okay, we can't kill our opponent with Expansion. So Expansion, Explosion to hand? Creeping Mold, Library. I mean, Escape to the Wilds isn't bad. That lets us go 5 cards deeper to find the Wrath. Escape to the Wilds. Can we hit the Wrath? Oh, Ruinous Ultimatum. Oh my God, we hit it. Oh my God, we had to dig so deep, but we... Oh no! Destroy all... Oh no! It's destroy all non-lands in a shy and make some lands. Oh no! Oh my God. Oh, after all that, we found the Ruinous Ultimatum, and our opponent has literally the 1 card in existence. The Ruins a Plan. Wow. Oh. Ashaya. Oh. Looking for even more magic? Make sure to check out the video where we built the saltiest Historic Brawl deck ever just to see if anyone would play us, or maybe the video about the fastest bannings in the history of Magic the Gathering.